Welcome to March 9th, 2026. The Singularity is now a spectator sport, and the front row is standing. Sam Altman has proposed the ultimate AGI party trick. What is the hardest question I could ask you that you might get right? Elon Musk feels full AGI arriving by year's end. Greg Brockman is riffing on Back to the Future. Benchmarks? Where we're going, we don't need benchmarks. Mark Andreessen has simply named this the science fiction decade. Andrej Karpathy's auto research project autonomously discovered training improvements across 2 days and 650 experiments, prompting him to ask, who knew early singularity could be this fun? Semi-Analysis's Dylan Patel offers the most visceral framing. Being in SF right now is like being in Wuhan before the pandemic. Something is happening, and so few people realize it. The frontier is now defined by what we ask the models to solve. GPT 5.4 can now simulate realistic, numerically stable cloth physics and cutting. Luma AI's Uni 1 image model topped Nano Banana 2 and GPT Image 1.5 on logic-based benchmarks. Anthropic researcher Alex Alemi launched an academic fraud inclination metric to measure how willingly LLMs assist with fabricated archive submissions, finding GPT-5 the least willing. When the models have ethics, the question is whether the users do. The demand side of superintelligence is restructuring around the supply. A Lloyd's study of 5,000 Britons found over half now use AI for financial advice, with 1 in 3 consulting it weekly. Box CEO Aaron Levy advises developers to stop building software for humans and start building for the trillions of agents taking over enterprise work. But the mind supervising the machine is burning out before the machine does. A study of 1,488 US workers identified AI brain fry, a mental fog from AI oversight marked by buzzing feelings, slower decisions, and headaches. However, any exhaustion hasn't slowed adoption. Claude was the fastest growing Gen AI tool by web visits in February, posting 43% month-over-month growth after the Department of War flagged Anthropic as a supply chain risk. Soon, you won't need to see, touch, or even face a machine to be read by one. Open-source PyRuView turns commodity Wi-Fi into real-time pose estimation and vital sign monitoring, no camera required. The intelligence explosion's power grid is under fire. The war in Iran is reportedly complicating Gulf nations' plans to spend $300 billion on AI infrastructure, with drone strikes on 3 Amazon data centers making those projects seem riskier. Robots are crossing new thresholds of intimacy and distance simultaneously. Chinese company Aheadform has demonstrated its Origin F1, a half-body humanoid that realistically simulates human emotional expression. A London surgeon performed the UK's first long-distance robotic operation on a patient 1,500 miles away in Gibraltar, saying it felt almost as if I was there. UK company AUAR is deploying portable microfactories that produce wooden house framing faster and cheaper than human crews, freeing carpenters to focus on assembly. The body is becoming a platform that accepts hotfixes. Researchers report that a single injection of self-amplifying RNA nanoparticles delivering atrial natriuretic peptide promoted lasting heart recovery in mouse and pig models of heart attack. A large veteran study found GLP-1 receptor agonists reduced the likelihood of new substance use disorders by 14% and sharply cut overdoses among those already affected. Money is becoming programmable and perpetually awake. NASDAQ is partnering with Kraken for 24/7 tokenized stock trading by early 2027. Circle, Stripe, Coinbase, and others are building stablecoin-based agentic payments infrastructure to make microtransactions between AI agents economical. Shenzhen's Longgang district has released 10 policy measures supporting OpenClaw, inviting agent developers worldwide to make Longgang the top destination for one-person AI companies, with free setup, compute credits, and data subsidies. The labor market is being rewritten in real time, and the edits are brutal. Amazon Prime Video reportedly laid off 2,847 employees after senior staff spent 8 months documenting every architectural decision into wikis that became training data for the AI systems replacing them. At the same time, Block has been accused of AI washing, using AI as cover for cutting nearly half its staff when analysts suspect business factors were the real driver. And yet, the law is drawing a line. In 2 recent federal cases, judges effectively declared that AI bots are not human, lack rights reserved for people, and produce outputs undeserving of special standing. The science fiction decade has a personhood problem, and that means it's working.